Hi guys, so today's video is day number 5 and look number 5 using the Kat Von D Metal Matte eyeshadow palette. I did want to play a little bit more with the purples just because I find the purples in this palette are not necessarily my favorite eyeshadows, so I wanted to sort of see how I could make them work a little bit better. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you want to know how to do it, then just stay tuned and here's the tutorial. I'm going to use the peach one here, which is Fringe. I'm also going to use a little bit of Silk and Ribbon. Now, I'll be honest, I don't find these two eyeshadows the best performing in the palette, so I really want to give them another test this week just to get my full sort of review on those. I'm also going to be using Ignite and a little bit of Watt as well. Okay, so to start off, I already have on Urban Decay Primer Potion on my eye, and I'm going to be taking a big brush, as usual. You guys know, it's like my favorite big giant brush. If you guys are curious, this is a large fluff brush from Sigma. I'm going to be going into Fringe, which is that peachy matte shade. I actually really like this shade. It's a really nice color. So I'm just going to apply that kind of in the crease, just up over the crease and onto the lid as well. And then I'm just going to take the opposite side of that brush. I'm going to go into some of Linen. Linen is the white shade in this palette, just because I haven't gotten a chance to use that yet, and it is just a perfectly fine white shade, to be honest. As I mentioned before, I'm not really sure why there's both a white as well as an off-white shade, like the Linen and Bone. That confuses me. Okay, so putting those two on, next I'm gonna go into Silk, which is that lighter purple. Now, purples are really hard to get right, and I honestly feel like these purples are not the best matte purples I've ever used. They're okay, like you can see they apply fine, but I find that they tend to stick in weird spots and they're not the easiest to blend out. They're a little bit patchy when applying them to the lid. So you can see, like, even I applied that and it's sticking to some spots and not the other. Just makes it really hard to blend. So now I'm going to try to go in with a little bit of Ribbon, which is the darker purple. And I'm using this to darken in the outer V as well as the crease, and it is just not blending well. Alright, I'm also going to take a little bit of that underneath the eye. Okay, so I've tried my best to apply that shade. Next I'm going to take my finger, I'm going to go into Ignite, which is the sort of seafoamy color. It's really pretty and I wanted to get to use this one, and I'm just going to apply that all over the lid, lightly blending it up. If you try to blend out the metallics with the matte, it doesn't really work, which is kind of annoying, but yeah. Next I'm going to take a little bit of Watt, which is the darker green, and I'm just going to apply this just right on the outer corner to help blend, to help add a little bit of darkness there. As mentioned before, it's really difficult to blend the metallics in with the matte, so yeah. It's better if you just kind of, you can try, but they don't really work very well. Lastly, I'm just going to take a little bit of Watt and apply that right in the center, underneath the eye. And then I think I'm just going to take a little bit of Nebula, which is the blue, and I'm just going to place this right on the very outer corner. Alright, so next I'm going to apply a coat of mascara to the top and bottom lashes. False eyelashes, I'm using these. These happen to be Siren from House of Lashes. So I'm going to apply that and show you how I'm going to finish up the rest of the face. Alright, so with lashes on, this is the finished eye look. So it is really pretty. There's just some issues blending out those purples, so I will talk about that in my review tomorrow, so stay tuned for that video. Moving on to the face for contour, I'm taking the middle shade from the Kat Von D Shade Light Eye palette. For blush, I'm going to be taking Pamplemousse, I have no idea how to pronounce that, from the Jaclyn Hill palette. It's a little bit of that because that blush is like hella pigmented. Dust off my brush a little bit, and then I'm going in with that other color, which is Rose Spritz, which is almost like a blush topper, I feel like. And then using the same brush, going into a little bit of Champagne Pop, applying that just sort of right on top, very lightly. For lips, I've decided to do a bright purple, and for that I'm using ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip in Bedazzled. So as mentioned, when I use this color, this is Dr. M. I did this in a couple videos back. The ColourPop Ultra Matte Lips are not my favorite formula. However, it's the only sort of vibrant purple that I have in this shade. Is it worth it? Maybe, but even for $6, I don't think this formula is the best. It's really drying, and it's like really uncomfortable to wear. So I use it briefly in videos and for pictures and that kind of thing, but I'm just letting you guys know that that's not my favorite lip formula, and I don't suggest it. But I do like it for the color, so I will put it on for that, I guess. It's kind of silly, but just letting you know, don't get these. These are not my favorite. So this is the finished look with the lips applied. I do hope you guys liked look number 5 using the Kat Von D Metal Matte Eyeshadow Palette. Now, I know I used this for 5 days, but there's so many eyeshadows in this palette that I think I'm actually going to revisit this maybe a little later. I'm going to move on to some other palettes first. But let me know in the comments down below if you'd like me to revisit this palette, because I feel like there's definitely some more things that I could use with it. Stay tuned for tomorrow as well. I'm going to have my review for this palette, just my thoughts about it, the pros and cons, is it worth it, that kind of thing. So if you guys are interested in that, just stay tuned. And yeah, so hopefully you guys are doing good, and until my next video, I will talk to all you soon. Bye.